Yet another instrumental from the Berlin period, but this one feels different from the rest. If we listen to Low and Heroes back to back, then the first instrumental we hear is Speed of Life, a frenzied number that gives a feeling that our hero's life is spinning out of control. Next we encounter A New Career in a New Town, which brings it down to mid-tempo and gives the impression of starting a new life in a saner place. After that, all the instrumentals are slow ambient pieces that represent a passive existence in that new town, except V2 Schneider. This track goes back to the faster mid-tempo of New Career in a New Town, but this time it doesn't sound like an escape into passivity, but rather a return from it into active existence. The music is jazzed up, vibrant and cheerful, as if our hero is ready to take on the world once again. The ambient tracks on Heroes are distinguished from those on Low in that they sound more emotional, and this one is no exception. But while on Sense of Doubt and Neukölln the emotions are mostly bad, here it sounds optimistic. The ambient pieces on Low weren't completely instrumentals. They had vocals that sounded like spoken language but were actually gibberish. It was as if it was searching for a new language. Here, we once again hear the words struggling to come out from beneath the synthesized music, getting closer and closer to the surface, and then finally breaking through into something intelligible. V2 Schneider. It is still not exactly English, and it is still blended with the synthesizers, an effect achieved by making the synthesizers try to sing these words, but this time it makes sense. In Sons of the Silent Age, Bowie expressed his, and youth culture's, current inability to say something of value, and urges, let's find another way in. He is looking in vain for a new form of expression, and his frustration lasts until the end of the track, but the backing vocals are already giving him the answer. Sons of sound, they sing, telling him that he should be focusing not on words, but on sound. Focusing on sound is exactly what Bowie did in the Berlin period, with the aid of sound whiz Brian Eno, and in V2 Schneider he finally comes forward to celebrate it as the answer. What is the answer, the new sound that he was seeking? The name of the track reveals it, pointing to someone who was even greater than Eno when it came to sound. Florian Schneider, founding member of Kraftwerk, and the man most responsible for concocting the magical and completely novel electronic sounds they made in the studio. While the rock world largely treated electronic music as soulless and empty, Florian and his mates used it to create new soundscapes of immense beauty and sometimes even feeling, bringing humanity and technology together to open up new horizons. Bowie glorifies Schneider as a hero of our time, with a track that sounds like a fanfare to the glorious future of humanity as it comes together with technology. The V2 was once the forefront of advanced technology, a rocket created by the Germans towards the end of World War II. It was an instrument of destruction, but the technological breakthroughs it presented took humankind one more step towards putting a man on the moon. In a way, it was the same turnaround Bowie went through in his relationship with electronic music. Like other rockers, he initially used the German motoric to depict dehumanization and doom, but now he sees it as a basis for creating the future of music. The track Heroes bequeaths new ethics for pop culture. B2 Schneider points to its aesthetics.